go! 2019, last Evo we actually went to, is when it was announced. Long story short, we've known about Project L League of Fighters for a long time. I could even go back to possibly I'd say 2016 to 2017-ish. It was right around the conclusion of the last game the team did, which was the free-to-play fighter, Rising Thunder. I always forget the dang name of Rising Thunder. I'm like, Rocking Robot, something like that. Yeah, when Rising Thunder was initially being made, I heard already early rumblings that they wanted a League of Legends fighting game and those guys were being targeted. Long story short, today we got the first big official update about what the game is actually going to be. Now, funny enough, the League of Fighters Project L announcement that we had a couple years ago was essentially an announcement that a thing will exist. Right? Nobody was directly committed to how the game was going to play. Nobody was directly committed to the functionality of characters, how things were going to work together. None of that stuff was finalized. All it essentially was that, hey, we are making a League of Legends fighting game in the world of League with, I believe there's different factions and fictions to League. I have no idea. I've never played this game. I barely know dick about it. With that being said, my excitement regarding it was kind of like, I'm excited to play this game, but I feel like the one thing I'm the most concerned about is gameplay. I really do not want another very large-scale fighting game to be a 1v1 footsie-based, grounded Street Fighter 4 clone. The past 5 years have been absolutely littered with games that are grounded, footsie-based fighting games. Flash forward to November 20th, 2021. I pop open my Twitter and I see that League of Legends or League of Fighters update, Project L update. We would like to give you a sneak peek at our assist-based fighting game. I was seeing some people that brought it up right as it happened, and I immediately like closed shit out. I'm like, I don't want to watch this, but I saw like a combo of some kind and I went, holy shit! And it's funny. It's funny how this is already, I think, going to do a lot in terms of like free press and marketing for the game, because just this aspect alone, just this like, look what you can do in this game, does a lot. This is the feeling you should have. Neuron activation, exactly. This is the feeling you should have with fighting games, dude. Fighting games should activate this thing in your brain that goes, huh, look at that, damn, I want to do that. Shit, look at that. Not just like, ooh, game pretty, ooh, my favorite character, right? Which is what a lot of fighting games over the past like 5 years especially have focused on. To me, like the thing that is very, 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 very important is that goofy ass neuron activation. And I tell you what, chat, before I disabled that video and I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait. I get the exact same feeling of when I saw Dragon Ball FighterZ and its gameplay for the first time, as well as like Power Rangers or Marvel Infinite, where it's like, you can do what in this game? Like, are you fucking kidding me? So anyway, we're gonna check out the full trailer, which is like an intro, epilogue, actual announcement of what the game is going to be, because apparently they're settled in, this is what our game is going to be. However, we have a long way to go. I wasn't joking with you guys that you will not be playing, and I've said this for literally years, that you guys would not be playing a beta for this game, not even trying this game out, until possibly 2023. Because getting to the spot that they're at right now already took a very long time, because what they're actually building up towards is pretty goddamn exciting. Let's watch the video in full, which I actually have not seen yet, and then we'll read all about what the hell is going on. I don't even know what League of Legends is. In my opinion, it's like a card game. It's like a Command and Conquer card game that plays a little bit like Mort the Chicken. That's what it appears to be on the outside to an unknower.
Hey everyone, I'm Tom, executive producer at Project L. And I'm Tony, Project L's technical lead. Last time we talked, I let you in on the secret that we're building a fighting game here at Riot.
It has been a long time.
I showed you a brief glimpse of gameplay.
By the way, for anyone that doesn't know, and I think I had to remind you guys last time, Tom and Tony Cannon, absolute legends of the fighting game community, founded EVO before it was even known as EVO, when it was known as a Battle by the Bay. Also, the creators of fighting game-based rollback netcode. Who knew? Who knew? Anyway, they're the heads of the project, so that's also very important.
Last time we talked, I let you in on the secret that we're building a fighting
They
game.
created
here at Riot.
GGPO,
We
yes.
showed you a brief glimpse of gameplay and said we'd be going dark for a while, but we'd share more when we're ready. Well, a lot's changed since then. We've made some great progress, and while the game is still too far out to commit to a release date,
So that's what the game looked like before, right? Before it was essentially like a 1v1, relatively looked like, you know, okay, this might be a somewhat focused, simplified 1v1 fighting game, right? I said it looks very safe, like they're playing it very safe.
it's been a bit since you heard from us, so I want to bring up to speed on what we've been working on. From the beginning, we knew that we wanted to make a 2D fighter set in the universe of Runeterra, but the 2D fighting space is pretty broad. Even from that starting point, there were a ton of different directions we could take the game. After lots of exploration, we're excited to say that we've landed on a direction that we're pretty pumped about. In this quick update, we'll walk you through our high-level approach when it comes to core gameplay, character design, and netcode. But first, allow me to reintroduce Project L.
So this is what the game actually is going to be now. Oh my. Okay, cool. Characters can do a variety of things. They look cool. The game has an art style and it has assists and shit. Right? I think this is the thing I saw. I didn't. Wow. Wow. An active tag of some
Project
kind?
L will be an assist-based fighter.
Dude.
Build and pilot a team of two different
Dude.
teams. We feel like this is
Dude.
the right foundation to build a game
I
that
can't
rewards
even.
strategic team building and on-the-fly decision-making on top of strong fighting fundamentals.
Dude, so I'm gonna say right off the bat, the art style is great. The characters absolutely look like they stand out. In fact, this just looks like the art style of what would be a modern day Marvel vs. Capcom game. Like, I'm not even fucking with you. This is exactly what these kind of games should look like, right? Tag team fighting games need this very large and pronounced visual element so that you can actually pinpoint the characters and keep a close eye on what's going on. Games that move fast need the characters to be relatively easy. Their silhouettes have to be very identifiable, because if they're moving faster and a lot of shit is happening, you need to track that shit with your eyes, you know? Anyway, I love this art style. I think it's way better than what they had before.
Our goal is to build a game that delivers a fast-paced, dynamic combat fantasy while leaving plenty of room for you to be creative.
Dude,
and
look
express
at this
yourself
shit. Look at this shit.
like a lot of you out there.
So it is like, it's a straight assist base. I'm pausing and everything just to show this
Express
stuff
yourself in
off.
gameplay.
He comes in and does an assist, but it also looked like there was an active tag element as well. Granted, I already kind of know that some of the people that were working on this game for the past couple of years are really big MVCI fans. So, I mean, that left me a little bit of hope for a few years now that maybe they'll take some of that really fun shit that's in these other. Maybe they'll take some of that super fucking fun shit.
Like a lot of you out there, we're inspired by the insane outplays, hard reads, and 200 IQ plays behind some of the most iconic moments in fighting.
God, dude, look at this shit.
The dream for us is to deliver a game
And this
that
is
allows
hella
you
early.
to create new iconic moments for many years to come. Now let's talk about controls. I know that a lot of you have strong opinions about mechanical difficulty in fighting games.
Shocking.
For Project L, we're embracing the easy to learn, hard to master mentality.
Shocking. So for anyone that doesn't understand what's happening here, single button weapon arts / special moves. And for anyone that doesn't know, I think one of the designers is directly responsible for something that's very similar to this in a little game called Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is an absolute ballistic tag game with a huge amount of stuff that you can do, even though there is no direct special moves. The game does not have special moves that you require special command inputs for. You essentially press a button with a direction and that's it.
So yes, we are making it easier to jump in with a new character and learn their basic kit. That said, we absolutely believe in rewarding the time you spend going deep on a character and providing opportunities for you to showcase your high-end mastery. One of the delights
Jesus,
of
that was a run cancel of some kind. Did you see that, dude? I'm already looking at crazy gameplay shit.
showcase
Boof,
your high-end
boof,
mastery.
run cancel.
One of the
Oh my
delights of fighting
god.
games is seeing top players move and fight in a way that's inspiring and distinct from
That
lesser
one
skilled
missile.
players. We want to set that aspirational summit and build a steadily increasing difficulty curve to get you there.
Super looks good.
This isn't about building a game where new players have a chance to beat the pros. It's about unlocking the fun at all skill levels. This isn't about building a game where new players have a chance to beat the pros. It's about unlocking the fun at all skill levels.
I mean, it's the fact that we've been saying this shit literally since Street Fighter V, right? It's just so nice to see it eventually make its way around to developers, right? Where now people that are directly responsible for very large released fighting games are now echoing the exact same shit. It is impossible to make new players beat pros. Stop trying to do it. Just make your game fun to play, give people a lot of options so that they can enjoy that process and make the process enjoyable. And just the fact that we get devs that are acknowledging that, we're going to try to make this as fun as possible. Let's do that. My fucking heart, man.
Character design, of course, plays a huge role in this. For characters, our goal is to deliver on the iconic moves that League champions are known for.
See, this is once again,
but adapted to work in a fighting game.
Dude. Once again, obviously influenced by Arc System Works and Dragon Ball FighterZ. Obviously, I don't know who any of these characters are, right? But the reason that influence is important is because this is a game that is not going to just run on next generation hardware. And League of Legends has historically been a game, from what I understand, that runs on like a lot of shit. That you can essentially run League on like a phone from 2012 if you technically wanted to. It has a very large variety of toaster compatibility, which is really important. The thing about Arc System Works games is that they are essentially carried by their art style. Those games are super, super low end. Like even Guilty Gear Strive, which is the newest, best looking version, that game is super low end. It does not take a lot to actually run that game well. Much less run it at 60 FPS. That's what it looks like they're doing, which is really smart.
That give you the freedom to play your character your way. As an example, I'm thrilled to introduce you to Echo, re-envisioned for Project L. Echo is a
cool-ass character design.
He's a brilliant inventor who, through time...
This guy really looks like he jumped right out of something like Power Stone. I don't know. It's just me.
Can rewind his own mistakes and stay one step ahead of his opponent.
What the hell?
The centerpiece of Echo's kit...
Wait a minute! Look at all the movement! Oh, man! Hold on!
Echo is a brilliant inventor who, through time manipulation...
Oh! They're literally like, hey, we have an opportunity to show off people that we're down for movement. We have an opportunity to be like, hey, you know what? Can we stick some cool looking backdash canceling in here?
Rewind his own mistakes and stay one step ahead of his opponent.
Dude, it's got Marvel movement. I'm just geeking out here. Just showing this and the fact that it is like a tag-based assist fighter, just showing this is a big deal. Hey, we want to give you the ability to play these characters in unique ways, and how you pilot that character is important. That's what makes Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom is actually the movement.
His own mistakes and stay one step
Marv L? Oh God.
The centerpiece of Echo's kit is his Chrono Strike. It's a forward-moving slash that's a pretty good poke and a combo ender. When Echo slashes Chrono Strike, he generates an after image that he can rewind back to anytime.
Dude, the animations are fucking sick!
You can use the rewind to double down on your first slash or make a different choice.
Whoever the animation director is, whoever's leading this project, give him a raise. Give him or her a raise.
But he really comes online when you take full advantage of the rewind ability. He can vary the timing of the rewind to mix up his opponent, recover for assist attacks made by his teammates.
Holy shit. What is he doing up there? Wait, what? Are you telling me that with this after image, you could...
He can vary the timing of the rewind to mix up his opponent, recover for...
Are you telling me that he can, like, teleport back to his after image? He can rewind back to it? Oh my God, that's so goddamn cool. I don't know anything about this character. Oh my God, that's so goddamn cool. I need to watch this again.
Into a high committal launcher. Echo works just fine as a mid-range zoner, but he really comes online when you...
Dude, this is really... This shit is already really looking like Battle for the Grid. It really is.
Advantage of the rewind ability. He can vary the timing of the rewind to mix up his opponent, recover for assist attacks made by his teammates. And in the right hands, rewind can also be a strong combo extender.
What a great looking launcher.
And then there's Time Winder, Echo's time grenade. Time Winder works great for basic zoning and combos. The real payoff comes when you're able to throw Time Winder from range, giving it a chance to charge up and explode into a time distortion field that slows Echo's opponents for the next few seconds.
Oh, dude.
For both of these moves, our approach is to give you a tool with a clear primary role, with lots of potential for extra utility when you use it in the right situation.
Hang on.
Approach is to give you a tool with a clear primary role, with lots of potential for extra utility when you use
This is what I'm talking about. Gameplay should be inspiring. You know what I mean? Is it just me, or is it like fighting games is the one genre where gameplay should be super inspiring? Just witnessing shit like that should be like immediately neuron activation type shit, and you're like, yo, what can you do with this guy? You might not even ever be able to do that. But just seeing the fact that somewhere in your brain is this really cool thing you can do that you don't even know if you should try, or did you practice enough of it, or should you practice it? Like, those things are like literally the neuron activation elements of fighting games that I just...
Use it in the right situation. Now,
Sitting here
while gameplay is
drooling.
obviously super important. High quality netcode is essential for any great fighting game. So this is an area where
By the way, I am not worried about this game's online. Nothing about this game's online I'm concerned about. It's going to be just fine. Whatever they say, that's nice, right? That's nice that you guys have to tell us that this game is going to have good online, but don't worry, I'm already convinced.
we're investing big. I'm going to turn it over to Tony, and he'll walk you through some of our networking foundations. Netcode has been a top-of-mind topic in the FGC for the past year, especially since we haven't been able to gather for live events. For Project L, we've designed our entire networking stack to deliver the same highly responsive gameplay that you'd get playing offline. Of course, this starts by using rollback networking at the core. Rollback does a great job of maintaining a consistent, low input delay across a wide range of pings. We've also developed a new networking model that enhances the benefits of rollback with core technology developed by other games at Riot.
Holy shit, they're using server-based rollback.
We'll route network traffic between players through Riot Direct, our internal network already being used to minimize latency in League of Legends and Valorant. We're also actively managing a player's connection to their opponent to ensure a consistent, fair play experience. If their connection is laggy or drops packets, their experience will suffer, but yours won't.
There's no reason for them to do this unless it's going to be a team game. They don't have to invest this much unless there is going to be one person piloting one character and another person piloting the other. At least to me. I don't know if they announced that here, but to me, that is what they would not need to invest this much in this if it was peer-to-peer based. However, if there's 4 players involved, then yes, having something in between to balance everything out, to balance the rift would make a lot of sense. Maybe they say it here.
In the middle of a match, our netcode will determine who should win and who should be penalized. We're taking netplay very seriously for Project L. It's the primary way that we playtest the game internally, and we're working every day to make sure it's in top shape for the eventual release. We hope you enjoyed the sneak peek at Project L.
Oh, is that
Before
it?
we go, I want to remind you that our game is still in R&D. We're happy with how core combat is shaping up, but there's still a ton of work to do. Thanks so much for your patience while we take our time to make sure that we get this right. So that's all for now. Last time we spoke, Project L went dark afterwards, but this time we'll do our best to keep you in touch when we have major news to share. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Oh shit. Oh shit, that's actually it. So here's my huge brain prediction. My giant brain prediction, because there is more information and I'm going to read it, but my giant brain prediction, and they didn't actually say it's a tag fighter. They said it's assist-based, but I'm pretty sure it is actually like 2v2. I think 2v2 tag-based assist fighter is what I was reading on Twitter. So to me, a lot of this infrastructure that they're setting up and the fact that it makes sense that League is such a team-based game, and they obviously aren't going to copy a 5v5 or however many 4v4. I don't know what the hell League actually is, but they're not going to copy that shit. They are going to do something absolutely similar. So don't take away the team aspect of League. Give people the option where, yeah, you can have one person piloting 2 characters versus another person piloting 2 characters. My big guess is that there's going to be a couple different ways to play the game, and another one is actually going to be 2v2, where you have 2 players each controlling 1 character versus 2 players each controlling 1 character. Here's where it routes all around, chat. Here's where it comes back around. The last big 2v2 fighting game that they were going to give players the control of each character, Street Fighter Cross Tekken style, right, close. Right? Close. The last game that was going to do this, but they didn't get an opportunity to add it to the game because development was suddenly cut off. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That was 2v2. The fact that that was going to happen to MVCI and it didn't might have an impact on this game because I already know some people that play this game like MVCI. I'm sorry, that are working on this game are pretty big MVCI fans. I'm really fucking excited. God damn. I'm super fucking excited. Our initial reveal back in 2019 showed a potential direction that we could take the game, but L is in R&D and the phase of the game development where we're exploring options and finding the fun. Today, our explorations have borne fruit.
We've landed a spot that we're all pretty excited about. What the fuck is an Under Nights festivities? I have no fucking idea. Before we get into the details, a quick clarification. The gameplay clip we aired at Under Night City is still what the gaming industry calls a vertical slice. We built this to hammer out the final look of the game in advance of actually going in and building out all our content like characters and stages. Our vertical slice might give you the sense of the game is ready, but we actually still have a lot of work ahead of us. So, although we've made a great deal of progress, we're still not shipping in 2021 or 2022. The vertical slice is essentially a proof of concept, right? That the systems that we have are functioning, they're not fleshed out, but we have an idea of what the fuck the game actually is. People are like, oh, just start making the game. Like, just, the game is made, just make the game. No, the process to get the game to a point where it even is a game takes way longer than even fleshing out that element. It might give you the sense that the game is ready, but they have so much work ahead of us. They're just showing you that, oh, this is what our game is going to be. So although they made a great deal of progress, we will not be shipping in 2021 or 2022. Makes perfect sense. Our goal is to build a high-quality fighting game that the FGC can invest deeply in, playing for years or even decades. That takes time to get right, and we're not going to rush it. Good. You know what? Good. The long haul. We're excited to share that Project L in a tag team style fighting game where you pilot team of 2 different champions, so confirmed 2v2. In this preview you see, we've updated the game's art style and included a breakdown of the champion's kit. You can catch a glimpse of how we're approaching controls with an easy to learn but hard to master mentality. That's absolutely true for anyone that has played Power Rangers. You know that's absolutely true. Power Rangers difficulty doesn't come from the fact that you have to do fireball forward, shoryukens, fireball backs, anything like that. No, the difficulty in Power Rangers is just wrapping your head around what can I do with my team and how do I fight my other opponent who's doing the crazy shit with their team. We've also talked a little about our priorities for the game. To build the absolute best in netcode that you can get, of course, we're starting with rollback as a foundation, but we've added existing tech like Riot and Riot Direct. I don't know what that is, which we've done a great job minimizing ping for League of Legends and Valorant. So I'm assuming this is server tech, right? So when will you get to play? We're almost locked into the stuff that makes a game a game. Core gameplay controls, art direction, but we still need to do things like build out a full roster, design stages, add menus and UI, create ranking systems. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that stuff will take a while. To get this all done, we're looking at some additional rioters to join the team. Last time we talked, we said we'd be going dark, but this time we're going to commit to at least 2 updates next year. You'll hear from us sometime in the second half of 2022. They have a very long way to go. It's gonna be a while, man. It's gonna take some time to even get updates regarding this shit. It's gonna take some time for them to even start fleshing out more of what the game is going to be. But the good news is that number 1, it looks good. Number 2, I have no idea about League of Legends. So I don't know who I want to be in this game. I have no fucking idea. Number 3, it plays like a Marvel vs. Capcom / Marvel Infinite. You should play League of Legends. I don't even know what League of Legends is. I'm not interested in Command and Conquer style games, chat. I'm just not. You consider me 10 times more interested for this now than I was before. Who the fuck do I have to bribe to play this shit? Huh? Who the fuck do I have to to eventually see what this game actually plays like? Huh?